guys come in, leave a message. I got really big news. Really big news. Really big news. Information about a targeted individual. Information about the program that I'm in. Possibly the origins of my targeting. Anybody comes in, let me know. Text in the comments if you're on. Send me a message if you're on here. Here's the Zane pig. Yep, that's that little pig. That's that little pig that pulled me over. So, Mossy Man, good to see you. I got a question. I know you're on your lunch break, man. Are you a targeted individual? Are you a targeted individual also, Mossy Man? Because I just found out some very interesting information. Found out something yesterday. Kind of confirmation today. So, as you guys know, my ex-wife, who did everything in her power to destroy my life and our life together as a family, she told my dog, because she's strung out on pills like most of America. She literally does fentanyl. So my daughter has found her OD'd several times. The last time my daughter found, and it ain't something for a daughter to find their parent OD'd. So my daughter found her OD'd this last time, before her grandmother died. My daughter went and checked her phone. She wanted to find out where she's getting her dope from. And as she's going through messages, she starts seeing naked pictures of my ex-wife to different men wanting to trade out segs for rugs. Segs for rugs. Trying to do a little censorship here. Not that it matters because they don't let my videos go anywhere. So my daughter then found out that her mom was a whore. Now, I had told her that for years and she didn't want to believe me. So that daughter didn't want to tell the oldest daughter about it because nobody wants to talk bad about their mom. I always get to eat crap while their mom gets a free pass. In life, I'm always the bad guy and she's the poor little innocent. So the ex tells my oldest daughter the other day that, yeah, I'm strung out, I'm hooked on rugs, but I want to get clean, but I need to tell you something, honey. I work for the government. My ex-wife, who doesn't have a high school education, didn't graduate 8th grade, doesn't have an education, can't read, don't know how to wipe her ass. Now ask, how did you stay with her so long? Because I love my children. It's the only reason I stayed with her for 20 years. Well, I'm working for the government. They pay me every time I bust somebody. So in other words, my ex-wife's a narc. So my oldest daughter didn't want me to tell the youngest daughter, and what my youngest daughter knew, she didn't want me to tell the oldest daughter. So I got them both together, and I said, let's get this out in the open. So they get out in the open, and we start talking. And my youngest daughter says, well, Dad, and my kids know how I am about narcs and the law and all that stuff. What's it, Mossy Man? My day's great because I got to spend time with my kids and my grandson. But this is information that's very important. So my daughter then says, well, her working for the sheriff's department's no big deal because she's been working for the government for a long time. And I said, what do you mean she worked for the government? She said, well, my softball coach back in high school, in middle school, okay? Remember, they put voices in my head. I hung myself. Luckily, I survived after being dead for 45 minutes. I hang myself while having full custody of my children. So then they take my kids away from me, put them in foster care because the system wants to traffic our children. So while they're in foster care, not with me, my daughter goes to play softball, and the coach is a CIA agent. An agent. At that time, he recruits my ex-wife, and then my life goes all to crap. Now, my daughter's like, well, Dad, that's before everything happened with you. I said, how do you know I wasn't already on the rate that, because my targeting went over in 2010 when they tried to off me. So my daughter said that her mother tells her these little things about what she does, says that she goes out to places and spies on people. My ex-wife is telling my daughter she's a gang stalker. You know what they call gang stalkers in the program? They call them rabbits. My ex-wife is a rabbit. They give her GPS coordinates and a time, and she goes, and 10 or other people show up to the place. Gang stalking 101. And my daughter's like, well, I was like, why didn't you tell me this? I didn't know that because my daughter, she don't like to talk about anything serious. She's low key. But here I am, and I'm like, so because of my ex-wife, 99% because of my ex-wife, I lost my home, my business, and my children. So this bitch doesn't have to get a job. Enter the white fang. Frog, yeah, you missed a bunch. So a gang stalker is called a rabbit because they jump from place to place. That's the CIA term for a gang stalker, is a rabbit. My ex-wife is a narc for the feds and for the sheriff's department. Here's the deal, guess what? We also deduced this with my daughter's aunt, my wife's sister. Because my wife is ODing and I was messed up on some kind of dope. I mean, anybody that takes straight fentanyl to get high has got a problem. So while my ex-wife was in the hospital for so long, it was like 30 days. It should have never been in there for that long for what was wrong with her. She claimed she was in the hospital for 30 days. And during that time, all of her friends, all of her dope buddies got busted. Now let me tell you a little story for those who don't know. After they killed my fiance, because they unalived my fiance, this program did. They put voices in her head to off herself. Just like they did me, just like they did my best friend. Put voices in our head to, let's say the word gang ourselves, to gang ourselves. I just lost it. Oh, no, I just lost it. I just lost what I was going to say. God dang it. I'm trying to censor myself, and I lost what I was going to say. And it's so very important. I can't remember. They literally erased my memory that fast. That fast. So they offed my fiance, set me up to take the blame for it. Oh, I know now. So then I meet this chick like a month or two after my fiance's offed, and she's all hitting on me. Oh, you're so sweet. You're such a good man. Let me move in with you, and I'll take care of you. Now remember, they just offed my fiance. I'm freaked out. I don't know. I shouldn't be walking around in public because my mind is fried. Because she offed herself on the same beam that I offed myself a year earlier. Did you get that? She offed herself on the same beam in my garage that I offed myself. So this chick falls in love. And while this chick's in my house, she's always rubbing her chest, touching her chest. And I'm like, what the hell? One day I come home from work early and she's in the bathroom. And the reason I took her in the house is because she had a small daughter. I want her daughter to be homeless. So she's in my bathroom and I walk in and she's like, oh God. And she's got tape on her chest. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What is that on your chest? She said, oh, well, I get $500 every time I turn somebody in. I said, what do you mean turn somebody in? Oh, well, I get paid if I tell cops that somebody's got drugs, I get $500. That's how I make money. I said, you got to go. You ain't living in my house. She said, well, they wanted me to wear a wire to see if you would admit to offing your fiance. This right around her and my ex-wife is right when, and my fiance that offed herself. That right then is when my targeting began. They hit my best friend beforehand, then they hit my fiance and me at the same time, offed her, and then they tried to off me. So they put this chick in my house to catch me on recording saying that I offed my fiance. So I tell the chick, I said, you got, I think it's either I gave her 10 days or 30 days to get out. So I quit even touching her or anything then. I noticed she kept going to the bathroom in the back. I'm like, why does she keep going to the bathroom? Why does she keep going to the bathroom? Why? So I go back to the back bedroom in my house, my beautiful property, everything I had, everything. 5 Harleys tagged and insurance, an 18 by 52 foot garage, a nice house, 10 acres of land, my business, 9 employees. I had everything. I go to the back bedroom and there's a towel over the bathroom cabinet door so nobody could hear the door shut. And I open it up and there's a plate full of crack cocaine where this chick who's working for the government is getting paid to smoke crack, turn in people, snitch on people, and try to bust me for offing my fiance when they're the ones that offed her. So I told her right then and there, you're gone. You're already gone, but now you're doing dope in my freaking house too. I've got too much to lose. And it was right around this time where I looked out the front window of my house and there's 4 guys. I got a picture on my very first flip phone that's old as hell. It's still at the house. Picture of 4 guys in my front yard walking around at night. She calls her meth head stepdad. When I say this chick's been on Jerry Springer, she has literally been on Springer. And the title of the show was, My Mom Thinks I'm Sleeping with My Stepdad. She's literally been on Jerry Springer. Tell her to get the hell out. She calls her stepdad, who's a meth head. He comes over. He's been up on meth 5 days. He comes up at the front porch. I had like 4 steps, and I got my mag light, one of the Highway Patrol edition mag lights that I got from a highway patrolman. He says, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. So I just jump off like that movie 300, and I'm hammering him. Well, if you know somebody that's on crystal methane, when you got somebody like that, they are Superman. I whacked this dude. I knotted his head up worse than anybody I've ever seen. After about 3 minutes of me whacking on him, he takes over, gets on top of me. He's a little guy. And I just grab hold on, because I'm done. I'm wore out. I ain't been sleeping because I'm being terrorized. Finally, he gets off. He's gone. The next day, this narc, this snitch, Portia, her name's Portia. Let me take her name, Portia something or other. I'll get it for you. Her name's Portia. Her best friend calls me the next day. Hey, dude, you're in danger. What do you mean? He said, she's a government snitch, dude. I said, I know. I put the bitch out. He said, no, man. She called me and told me that she's going to get an ounce. They'll give her an ounce of cocaine, and she's going to stash it in your house and get you busted. I said, are you kidding? He said, no, dude. She's going to get an ounce of dope. He said they give her anything she... Nope, she ain't going to do that to me. I go right then and there. I get surveillance cameras, put them up. I called the sheriff of Catawba County. I said, listen here. That snitch, Portia Lineberger? Portia Lineberger? No, I don't think so. I said, that snitch Portia you had living in my house? I said, I put the bitch out. I want you to bring your dogs to my house right now. This is me talking. I don't think I'm scared to call anybody. If you know me long enough, you know that I'm not scared to call anybody. Get your dog, your canine, come to my house, sniff out everything I got. Because the narc that you got working for you says she's going to set me up, put dope in my house. I said, this bitch is a crime wave. Do you know what she's doing? She's setting guys up, and her and her goddamn dopehead buddy goes and robs them at gunpoint, takes their drugs, and then she turns them into you. That ain't happening with me. Well, the sheriff, the head sheriff of Catawba County, he says, Mr. Pidlone, thank you for your call. You will not have to worry about us coming to your house anymore. This is the same sheriff that came to my house and laughed as my fiance's body was growing cold on my garage floor. They're out there smoking cigarettes and laughing while her cold body lays on the floor of my garage. And I'm inside crying bloody murder because I've lost the woman that I plan on spending my life with. So I foiled her plot, busted me for revenge. And now I find out that my ex-wife is a rabbit for the government. I got marijuana when I was 17 or 18 years old. Because I didn't sell 2 felonies worth of marijuana. I took 2 felonies and ruined my life because I'm not a rat snitch. And here, the government's got these worthless dope heads running around destroying lives, putting them on government watch lists. People like me who don't want to do anything but love their children and work and earn a living. They put me on the list and destroy everything and murder the people I love and attempt to off me. And I've got to walk around and get on the internet and people accuse me of being freaking nuts. People accuse me of being on crystal meth. People accuse me of doing drugs. I hate this government, and that's why I hate law enforcement, every single one, till the day I die. When they are expired, I will gladly cheer. So please share this for everybody. Put the title. God bless.